Question says a car driver makes a journey in a straight line from A to B, starting from rest. Velocity is equals to 0 meters per second. The speed of the car increases to maximum, then decreases until the car is at rest at B. Velocity is again equal to 0 meters per second. The distance traveled by the car t seconds after leaving A is given by this equation. Find the distance A, B. According to the given data, we know that it started from rest and it ended at rest. This is the order: displacement time, velocity time, and acceleration time. From displacement time, we can derive to get velocity. So velocity is d by dt of the displacement. So d by dt of the given equation is 0.1234117 into 400 t cube minus 3t4. So the constant stays there, 117. 3 4 times is 1200 t square minus 4 3 times is 12 t cube. So once we derive it, the data says that this is 0 meters per second, 0, and we divide this on the other side, get 0. 1200 t square minus 12 t cube. So solving for t, taking out 12 t square, I'm left with 100 minus t is equals to 0. 12 t square equals to 0, t comes out to be 0. On the other hand, t is equals to 100 seconds. So I can say at A it was 0 seconds and at B it was 100 seconds. And the demand of question was to find the distance AB. So we use the same equation. Distance equals 0.40117 400 t cube minus 3t4. And I can clearly see that when I'll plug in 0, I will get 0, and also it is starting at the origin. So solving it for 100 and using calculator, 0.12340 is 117 bracket 400 times 100 cube minus 3 times 100 power 4, and it comes out to be 1170. So distance AB is equals to 1170 meters. Second part of the question says find the maximum speed of the car. So we already have the equation of velocity. I'm going to copy that. This is the equation for velocity. Velocity or speed equals 0.12340 is 117. 1200 t square minus 12 t cube. Now maximum velocity. We know maximum and minimum value could be found at the turning points. That is given by the derivative. And also at maximum velocity, acceleration would be 0. Acceleration is the derivative of velocity. So 0.40 is 117. 12 into 2 is 2400 t minus 12 3 times is 36 t square. And V max would mean d over dt is equals to 0. Derivative 0. 0.1234117 2400 t minus 36 t square. So here again solving for t, 2400 t minus 36 t square is equals to 0. I'm taking out t, 2400 minus 36, t is equals to 0. First of all, t is equals to 0, then 2400 is equals to 36t, and 2400 divided by 36 is 200 by 3, 66.7. 200 by 3 or 66.7 seconds. What was the demand? It was find the maximum speed. So we now know that the speed is maximum at either 0 or at 66.7. So in the question I can see when we plug in 0, it would get 0 velocity. So I'm using 200 by 3, 0 triple tetra 0117, and copying this equation, plugging in the values at the same time. 200 by 3 squared minus 12 into 200 by 3 cube. Use of calculator. Into 1200 times 200 by 3 square minus 12 into 200 by 3 cube gives me 104 by 5, which is 20.8 meters per second. Going back for the third question, it says find the acceleration of the car. Acceleration of the car is derivative of velocity, dv by dt, which we've already done in second part. As it starts from A and we know time is equal to 0, as it arrives at B and we know time is equal to 100, we did that in the first part. So for A and B, we just plug in 0 and 100 in the equation of acceleration. So third part, copying the equation, acceleration is equals to 0.40117 times 2400 t minus 36 t square. A is equal to 0 at t is equal to 0. Both of these become 0. So meters per second square, and at 100, 1 2 3 4 zeros, 117, 2400 into 100 minus 36 into 100 square. Use of calculator, 0.12340 zeros, 117 times 2400 into 100 minus 36 into 100 square. And I'm getting a negative value, which is negative 351 by 250, approximately equals to, or exactly equals to, negative 1.404 meters per second square. It is negative because it is slowing down, it was coming to rest. Fourth part says sketch the velocity time graph for the journey. Velocity time graph, velocity on y-axis, time on x-axis, time in seconds, velocity in meters per second. And we already know that velocity at time t is equals to 0 was 0, and at time t is equals to 100 is again 0. And we just did the calculation for maximum velocity, which was 20.8 at time 200 by 3, 200 by 3, which is almost 66.7. So roughly more than half, this should be 66.7 seconds, and the highest point is equivalent to 20.8 meters per second. And this gives me this curve. And that was the last part.